Hello everyone and welcome back to Freedom Through Confidence. My name is Ben, and in this video today I want to talk to you about how to take control of your life and be happy. Because isn't that what we all want? We all want to live a life where we are happy. And in this video I want to share with you some of the secrets that I have learned over the last few years about becoming more happy as a person and living a much happier life. Now, the amount of time that you try to spend controlling your life and your levels of happiness are very much linked. However, they aren't linked in the way that you might first think, because when I was at the beginning of my self-improvement journey, I thought that if I could just take more control of everything, that I would just become more happy over time. And it turns out that that is not the way that the world works. At the start of my journey, I was very much working with concepts such as positive thinking and affirmations, because I thought that by taking control of my thoughts in that manner and really policing them and focusing only on the things that I wanted to focus on, that I could make myself more happy. And what happened for me is the same that happens with a lot of people that try out positive thinking, is the opposite occurred, and I found myself more unhappy than ever. And the reason for that was that I started to realize kind of just how many negative thoughts I actually had, and just how chaotic and scary and bad the world actually is on the whole. So the more that you try to control everything in your life, the more you will realize that you are not in control, and that is going to leave you feeling very, very disempowered. And in my understanding of happiness, the more empowered you are within yourself, the happier you are going to be. So how do we get ourselves into this state of greater empowerment then? Well, we do that by learning how to accept the things that we can be in control of, and we let go of trying to control everything else, because ultimately there are only two things that we can actually control, and that is our thoughts and our actions. We can always choose how we are going to think and how we're going to respond. This doesn't necessarily mean that we can always control every thought that pops into our mind, because the majority of our thoughts are absolutely automatic, and I'll get onto that in just a second. And we can also always decide on what our actions will be. So first of all, when it comes to your thoughts and how that can relate to making you more happy, the key with your thoughts is not to deny them or any of your feelings or your emotions. We're going to go ahead and we're going to class them all in the same box here, in the box of your mind, if you will. So you don't want to be denying those emotions or thoughts or feelings at all. Instead, what you want to do is create a high level of acceptance. Otherwise, what will happen is that if you try to really clamp down on your thoughts and ignore certain emotions, what's going to happen is that they are going to grow and grow and grow and spin out of control. This is something that I actually discussed in my last video on how to improve your emotional intelligence, so I'd recommend checking out that video once you finish this one. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below, and I'll have a card pop up above my head now as well. So whilst you can always choose the way that you want to think, you cannot always control the thoughts that are going to pop into your head. So the ones that are automatic, and even if they are negative or scary or dark in some kind of way, you want to hold those automatic thoughts with a certain level of acceptance. You don't want to necessarily say that they are either true or untrue, but what you want to recognize them as is just thoughts. They are random electrical impulses that are firing inside of your brain that ultimately might not even mean anything. And to treat those automatic thoughts as anything more than what they actually are, to treat them as some kind of truth or some kind of objective reality, is just going to make you more miserable in the long term as well. So you have to start treating those automatic thoughts as simply thoughts. And the best way to do that is through the process of mindfulness, just spending some time just listening to what is going on within your head with no judgment, without wanting to change anything, just letting those thoughts be there and to come and go. And what you'll find is that when you just let those thoughts just come and go and you don't put any meaning on them, they do become meaningless, and it makes them that much easier to accept, if you will. And then you can focus on training your mind in the way that you want it to be, whilst also holding that level of acceptance for the automatic thoughts that are going to pop into your head on occasion. And then the other thing that we control that is so important to creating happiness in our lives is our actions. And the best thing that you can do is keep taking consistent action towards becoming the person that you want to be and towards living the life that you want to live. You might have already found what your passion in life is. You might already have some kind of life vision, or maybe you just have a rough idea of the direction that you want to be going in, but setting yourself daily action steps so that at the end of each day you're just a little bit closer to that life that you want to live is going to make you happier in the long term. And if you don't know what direction you want to take your life, just start doing the things that you've always wanted to do. Just try as much as you possibly can and try new things, try scary things, try weird things. And in all of that stuff that you try, eventually something or maybe a few things are going to stick, and you can focus more and more of your time on those things and doing the things that you enjoy and doing the things that bring purpose and meaning into your life, and consistently taking action towards moving towards those things is going to bring you greater levels of happiness over time. Does this mean that you're going to be happy all of the time? No, that's not the way that it works. You have to balance the happy times with the not so happy times, with the times where you're sad or bored or lonely or whatever it is. Otherwise, your happiness would be meaningless. There'd be nothing to compare it against. But by learning how to accept your thoughts and learning how to train your mind in the way that you want it to work, and by taking action towards the things that actually matter to you, towards the things that are going to make your life better, you are maximizing your chances of being happy, so that maybe you won't be happy every single day of the year, but you might be happy 70, 80, 90, 95% of the time. So we take control of our happiness by taking control of the things that we can, which are our thoughts and our actions. And through doing that, we are creating a much more empowered life than simply ignoring the negativity and only focusing on the positivity and just waiting for things to happen. Through taking these actions, you are creating a sense of empowerment within yourself, because you are starting to understand that you can change your life in the way that you want it to be, and you can work towards living the life that you want to. And along that journey of getting to where you want to be in life, you will slowly be increasing your levels of happiness more and more and more. Not so that you can be happy 100% of the time, because that's an unrealistic expectation of yourself and of life, but so that maybe you can be happy most of the time, or at the very least happy more days than you are sad. So I hope you have found that video useful. If you have done, of course, make sure to leave a like on the video, because it really helps to support the channel and boost the video in the YouTube algorithm. Of course, leave any of your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel as well. If you are new to the channel and want to know a little bit more about how to create your freedom through confidence, make sure that you click the first link down in the description. That's going to take you to a absolutely free course on confidence, All you have to do is just put in your email address and the link will get sent to you. You can start on that course straight away and work on doubling, tripling, 5xing, 10xing your confidence, whatever it is that you want to do. And of course, if you're looking for more one-on-one guidance, coaching and mentoring, make sure to head down to the work with me section of the description of this video and click that link to book in a discovery call, and we will get that process started for you. But otherwise, once again, thank you very much for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos here on this channel very soon.